All right, David.
Yeah.
Like we said earlier, there is a big difference in making listings and the designs for every single marketplace.
Yeah.
How do you feel most people do that online? Aside from the companies that come to us, when you scroll, what's
Yeah.
your main impression?
That it's not great.
Why?
I mean, I think just most products you see are definitely look like dropship products. I'm not saying they are. It just has that feeling.
They probably are.
It has that feeling. It has that vibe. So it doesn't make me want to buy them. It doesn't make me want to click on them.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have trust in the product whatsoever. You know.
Okay. What makes you lose trust?
Oh, that's a good question. That's a good question. I think just the quality of the listing designs, the quality of the pictures, having it tailor-made to fit the marketplace, which is quite interesting because not like you see it too often that a brand might copy-paste them on all marketplaces and do a mass upload. Yeah, that doesn't help at all.
You know what I absolutely hate?
Tell me.
When you see a product and it's just, okay, it looks nice on, for example, let's say Amazon Germany, and then you scroll on bol.com and you find that exact same product. And it's just zoomed in with just German language on top of it because people just forget that they should change that.
Yeah, most companies don't have a designer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just they slap it on there, hope it works, and fingers crossed that they make sales.
Yeah, it doesn't.
The wild west of marketplaces.
And then they come to us.
Exactly. And then they come to us.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, what do you suggest to those people as in that they should fix?
Okay. Well, it's a multi-level approach. Well, first of all, clients, send us your brand books. It's very important to send us your brand books. I think we have a design team that analyzes a brand before we even start creating listing designs. We look at their brand, we look at their logo.
By the way, if you want to send stuff to us, just your listing designs, we are always happy to take a look at it. No charges, free. We'll take a look at it, give us our opinion, and then see if it's adequately matched with the marketplace. Please do so. Yeah. But continue.
Yeah. So the cool thing is our design team will do that analytics. Like they will look at your brand. They will look at your tone of voice that you use, what kind of content you put out there, the logo, the colors. So if you have something similar that you can share with us, it really helps. But by analyzing that, we can start having an idea of how you want your brand visualized, understanding the needs, understanding the customer, understanding who you want to reach. And then it's very interesting. Then our account management team, we create kind of USPs per product and per marketplace. But first of all, we look at every product separately. We'll look at what makes it unique, what are the main benefits for a consumer, and how do we want to market those.
I took a look at Shoe Fresh again.
Yeah.
I believe that we did a wonderful job there in general. I think the listing designs got improved by a lot.
Yeah.
When we see the before and the after, the performance, it just skyrocketed. PPC, by the way, also really, really good. But also, and that's something that a lot of people forget, is the design of the storefront. As in, it's just something that catches your eye and it just improves general sales
100%.
by so much.
It's the storefront just exudes trust. If you see that on Amazon, for example, and you can click through to the brand and you see a storefront pops up, it just feels so nice. It feels like a mini website that you're in. You're directed to the products, to the different segments of the products, and you're kind of maintained within the brand, so that cross-selling and upselling is quite easy for those brands at the moment. So a storefront can be really crucial to go from 1 unit per sale to multiplying it to 2 or 3 or 4. But yeah, I think it's a combination, as you said, of listing designs, looking at every product, making sure those USPs are there, understanding that German consumers are different from French consumers, so making sure the translations are right, the pain points are correct.
What would you say are like the 3, maybe 5 off the top of your head, big mistakes that you could make with a listing design?
First of all, bad quality images.
Okay.
That's going to be number one. Like having a high resolution image of your product, because the marketplace, once you upload it, it scales down anyway. Like it compresses to keep the marketplace fluid and fast for consumers to scroll through. So you need to start with an extremely high quality image, professional imagery. Making like a pack shot or a white background shot is going to be interesting and mandatory by the marketplace.
Is that with every marketplace?
Yeah. The interesting thing is if you don't have it as a first image, you'll usually get even search suppressed on Amazon. Like your products won't even pop up in the search. So this is like a main tricky thing. Most consumers, most clients think by having like a colorful, interesting image in the first image, they'll have more clicks, but it'll just get your product delisted or search suppressed.
Makes sense.
So that's like craziest mistake number one. Don't have a non-white background image. From there on, that being said, not changing the white background image could be interesting. We have a brand called Vitamis where we add visual tasting notes to the first white background image. So it's interesting to have like some flowers in there or some scent notes or USPs from the product in like a visual way. That really helps to get those first attentions from the consumers, those first clicks, to get the click-through rate up. Yeah,
I would say that's a third big mistake. Not having like an eye-catching text or something to just say, this is a big USP of this product. Very often helps. No?
Yeah. This is what we definitely do in like the second, third, and fourth image. Usually, we never go behind like more than 5 or 6 or 7. I think this is also a mistake that most companies make. They'll think more images is better, but it definitely tops out about 6, 7, because you don't start scrolling more than 6, 7 images.
Yeah, less is more.
Yeah, less is more. I think that's a good one. Less is more.
Definitely.
This is unique, and trying to condense the right information into those 4 or 5 things. If you can't do an elevator pitch in 5 images, maybe reevaluate your work. 100%.
100%.
Yeah. And also an interesting one is, I think this I would say is number 4. Number 4 is adding a video to your listing design. Just again, if you have a video as a consumer, you see a video of a product, just creates brand trust. It exudes like a luxury product, or at least a product they know what they're doing. So trying to add a video to your listing,
show how you use it, maybe. Or, I've seen a bunch of listings where they just show how they use it or how they unbox it, show what the product is going to look like when it comes in. I think that's also sometimes
That's an interesting one. I would put that more into the review side of things. I'm not sure if I would put that into my listing design one.
Okay.
But it can, for some products, it can definitely be good.
Okay.
It depends. The last one I would say, if I had to say number 5, listening to the marketplace issues. Like, for example, Amazon has different images they need to upload, different formats, different pixels than bol.com or than Kaufland, Allegro, etc. So, for example, on Amazon, you have to already have 2 different types of videos when it comes to the listing video and the storefront video. Yeah.
Makes sense. Or what I also think is very important to add is just an animated banner in general, or just A+ content at the bottom. For sure. Of every listing that you have, because from my point of view, this gives just so much like brand trust and the opportunity to sell something else. Yeah. Right? Yeah. You can showcase your catalog that way, what else we have, what is something that matches, or like the general brand that we represent, the story behind it, because a lot of people, they don't want to just buy a product. They want to buy the story behind it.
Yeah, it's a lifestyle, 100%. Yeah, I think Amazon is a great example when it comes to marketplaces. So that, like, you have something called the enhanced brand content, which you can really play around with animated banners, having a from the brand segment where you can really highlight when you scroll down the listing and you see a from the brand where you have more information about what they do, who they are, more information about the product, and then you scroll down further and you see like A+ content. What is A+ content? There's two types. There's normal and premium version, but it's basically a highlight of your product. Put more pictures, more USPs in there that you can scroll down into. You see the conversion rate when it comes to having an A+ on a listing is way higher than without. As you said, it comes to trust. You see more images. The customer feels more informed and more likely to make a purchase in general.
And depending from brand to brand, they buy extra things often. It's not just that one product that they're going to take home. They see, this is actually a really cool story here. I want to click on it. I want to see who they are. What do they represent? What is their ideas? And then suddenly their eyes are opened to this new brand. And they can just, pick
Yeah.
and choose what they like.
I think upsell and not just upsell, but cross-sell and deep sell opportunities are definitely created by this. We also do it in our listing design in the last image. We'll have something discover more about the brand or look more into the brand, or like an about the brand page, which really connects to the users, and specifically to the loyal users. Well, and especially to the loyal users that can connect with the brand and our multiple purchase customers. I think this is the main main tricky thing.
And then lastly, what I want to add as well, I think is a very, very big benefit is if you do that A+ content in a different language, the language that you are on, as in if it's in German and you're browsing in Germany, that is a big plus, right?
There's nothing as frustrating as having English images on a German marketplace or French images in Poland.
Exactly.
I've seen it. I think the biggest mistake is having the wrong language in the wrong marketplace.
For me, it's also just a matter of respect.
Yeah.
If I am on bol.com and scrolling and I see that a brand has done their effort to do it in Dutch or in French,
it feels better.
It just feels better.
Yeah, I can imagine. Yeah, the cool thing with Meezy is that once the art direction is approved, the cool thing with Meezy is once the art direction is improved, that our designers make. We have actually a couple of great talented designers in house. So that once the customer sees those images, approves the style, approves the colors, we start implementing for all different products, and then we start translating for every marketplace separately. That then gets proofread by a specific user that can make sure that there's no strange things in there. The cool thing is, or the tricky part when creating those listing designs, is that it's very industry specific. For example, some words you want to leave in English. For example, if we're selling Apple connected products, some of those are trademark licenses. Like you can Find My, like if you have a wallet that sells Find My products, you want to leave Find My in English, of course, so it's not translated to every other language and it gets weird. But getting the language right is essential to
Absolutely
make
essential.
success from marketplaces.
Yeah, fully agree. Buy our products.